Chaz and AJ News.
Is the real estate market slowing down? Is it heating up? If you're selling, what should you do? If you're buying, how do you get on top of the list of offers that they're looking at?
So many questions.
Let's bring in an expert. We were just talking about him.
We were.
Jonathan.Carbutti, Carbutti Co Realtors. Good morning, brother.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
How are you?
Good. Would you be willing to take some calls from the tribe? I don't know if they have any.
Take some calls.
We'll see. So if you're out there and you're driving around, you're like, man, I would love to talk to a really good, like the best real estate agent.
The best, yes.
Even if you're working with another agent, you
Yeah.
can call in. Or if you're just curious.
Yeah.
Like me.
How would I do?
I'm very curious about real estate.
Yeah.
I love the subject, and it's very hot. And are there any signs of it slowing down?
You know, not with our experience lately. It's you guys ask a lot of questions. Is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to buy? I think the answer to both of those questions is a definitive yes. So we talk about how hot the market is to sell. Yes, we put a property on the market a couple days ago up in Bloomfield, small 2-bedroom ranch. It went $36,000 over asking price. Everybody looks at they're just $36,000 over asking price, but for $236,000. So it was listed at $199,900, went for $236,000. 10 offers on that property. We're all talking about the $36,000 over. The seller got $36,000 more, which is great, but we're not talking about the affordability because the buyers were putting about $30,000 down, first-time home buyers, and their principal and interest on that loan. The monthly principal and interest is $925 a month. You couldn't even rent something for that.
Right.
It's true.
So we're not talking about the affordability as well.
Gotcha. Buying is a very difficult thing now. I was just talking to my friend whose daughter put an offer in on a house in Woodbury, and they without a blink, they just came in over full price, and it turns out there were 3 other offers over full price.
Wow.
I mean, what do you do in this scenario?
You know, I think it comes down to having the right agent with the experience. And, you know, it's more than just price with some of these sellers. Some of these sellers are worried about where they're going to go, right? Can you be flexible on the closing date? Are you having home inspections or putting an as-is rider or addendum in there, or putting inspection for information purposes only, right? There's so many different ways to structure that offer.
Okay, you just said something really that I keyed in on here, and very interesting, because people say, well, yeah, it's a great time to sell my house, but where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Now, you just said something interesting. You can write, like if you're a seller, you could say whatever you want to say. You could say, because you're in the driver's seat, you could say, contingent upon me finding suitable housing, contingent upon me whatever.
Yeah.
You're not going to be left out in the street.
No, you're not going to be left homeless. Yeah. It's the buyers are extremely flexible, and they will work with the sellers right now.
Let me take a call from Jay. Jay and Clinton.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, everybody?
Hey, good morning.
I just had a quick question. So me and my wife, we've been renting for the past few years. We've been looking into buying a house. I know the market's just crazy right now, so maybe we were thinking about waiting another year. Do you see it getting any better? Maybe next year?
That's the magic question.
You know, that's a great question. You know, I have buyers that were trying to time the market, and they were looking for the last 3 years, and they were waiting, and now they're kicking themselves, and they're saying, you know what, I should have bought 3 years ago, right? So I think it's very difficult to time the market. I think it really comes down to whether this is the right time for you to buy. And I think it also comes down to taking a look at what your housing cost would be, right? Is it more affordable for you to buy something than to rent? I mean, I know what my own opinion is. I mean, I think everybody should be buying right now because, I mean, you know, when you're renting, you're really just throwing that money
Interest
away.
rates are low.
And you're not gaining equity. Yeah.
Yeah,
Jay,
I mean,
can I ask you what you're paying per month?
What for rent right now?
Yeah.
15.5 with nothing included.
Wow.
And Jonathan, what was that house in Brookfield for $236? What was that, $900 a month?
Yeah, I mean they were putting about 30,000 down, but I mean if you went 5% down on a 236 mortgage, I mean with your principal and interest with mortgage insurance, you're looking at about $1,100 a month.
So it'd be less than what you're paying now.
And the taxes on this property are another $330 plus, and you're looking at $1,500 a month with monthly taxes, principal and interest, and property insurance.
So you'd pay what you're paying now.
But is that is that influenced by how much you put down, though? Like, is that
Yes.
going to change it dramatically, right? Like, if you put 5,000 down, or
I always think it's better to put more down, do a 15-year mortgage.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you should definitely talk to one of our lender partners, or talk to a mortgage professional. I mean, they'll tell you exactly what you qualify for and what you could afford. I mean, you might be pleasantly surprised. I mean, at the end of the day, too, I've got people that I have a seller right now that I sold them a house a year and a half ago. They're actually moving down to Florida. They got it's worth about $65,000 more than what we sold it to them a year and a half ago alone. Yeah. Right. So wow. I would argue that if they were renting, right, they wouldn't have that $65,000 in equity. So when you're renting, you're not gaining that equity.
Jonathan, what Jay is saying, everybody is feeling like, man, I don't want to buy now. Then the market goes down.
Yeah, scary.
And then I'm,
stuck.
Right. Jay, if you're going to live in the place for 10 years, I mean, market patterns are typically, if there's a dip, you'll be back.
You'll bounce.
You'll be fine.
Another thing is having that, we don't really have that much money to put down on a house right now. I mean, times are tough. I know for us, for everybody, it's
closing costs.
Yeah, I mean, I know a couple buddies I work with just got a house. He just got approved for a house with nothing down, with like a 0% or 0 down payment. But another buddy I have was saying that he's going to end up paying 2 loans now. He's going to pay the loan for that, the down payment, as well as his, his house loan.
Right.
Is that true?
Well, I don't know if that's a question for Jonathan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure necessarily what type of loan he went for. It sounds to me like he might have gone for a CHAFA loan, which has they have a down payment assistance program. So, yeah, technically it's 3.5% down. You have to come up with a 3.5% down, but you could finance that down payment. So basically, it's just it's a no money down loan. It's 100% financing.
Does that end up?
We have lenders that do CHAFA financing, but there are so many great first-time homebuyer loans out there. There's CHAFA, there's FHA, there's VA for veterans. That is a no money down 100% financing loan. We just one of my team members just sold a home in Berlin, Connecticut to a veteran, first-time homebuyer, got it under contract, built in all the closing costs. So again, I think the best option is just to talk to a lender. And again, most people are pleasantly surprised at what they qualify for.
Hey, Jay, thanks for checking. Jay, thanks. I got a couple other calls behind you here. Sorry to cut you short. Jonathan.Carbutti is on, Carbutti Company Realtors. Mike in West Haven has a great question.
Okay.
I love this question. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, my mom wants to sell her house. She's already put on a new roof, new furnace, new water heater, but she wants to spend about $8,000 more. Now, should she either repair her driveway or rebuild the bathrooms or the kitchen?
Okay, so your question is, what's the best thing to do before you sell the house?
Yeah.
All right, great question.
Jonathan, can I answer this?
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you why I can answer this is because I sold the project house using Carbutti.
Okay.
And when Peter and Jonathan rolled down the driveway, I said, hey, the roof. I said, hey, over here.
Yeah.
Did you see this over here?
Yeah.
Did you see this over here? They said, don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
Don't do anything.
Okay. I can do that.
No. So what they did was they walked through the house and they said they had the stager come through.
Yeah.
So clean up these wires over here.
Okay.
Can you straighten this up over here? Can you get this furniture out of here? Can we bring some furniture in to brighten it up?
Nice.
In other words, what you have right now.
Can I keep the furniture?
You don't know what a person's going to. want to do. And I thought, this is the best advice I ever got. I sold a house in Bethlehem. I redid all this stuff. They came in, they redid the whole house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hate when they do that.
So I spent all that money for nothing. They would
Yeah.
have taken the house before I put the money. Don't do anything, Mike. Leave it. Put it on. Call Jonathan in about 10 minutes when he's off. Call his office. They'll come out. They'll tell you what they think your mother will
I
get
got
for
the same
house.
thing. I had a brand new roof, got a brand new chimney, and a brand new furnace.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything.
Some things you need.
It is great advice from Chaz, and Chaz knows from personal experience. Don't do a thing until we come out and take a look. We're going to take a walk through. We're going to get the buyer experience for ourselves. We do have a professional home stager that works with us, and she will tell you exactly what to do and what not to do and what will add value and what won't.
If the roof is so bad, the bank will look at it and say, what the hell?
Yeah, sand will fall
Then
through.
Jonathan or whoever will tell you, you may want to get the roof done.
Right.
But really, people have their own vision of what they're going to do to the house. They're going to pull walls out. They're going to make this big.
Bulldoze
Everyone
it.
has different needs.
Right.
Like AJ's house.
Most of my houses on my street,
Wrecking ball.
they just took them out.
Yeah.
Before this market, it did feel like it was always sort of a discussion like, hey, I'd buy it, but you got to fix the roof first, or you got to redo this. Now people just want the property.
Yeah.
Yep. That I got.
All right. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jonathan.
Oh, man. Great
question.
question. Josh in East Windsor, you're the last one in. What do you got?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey.
Good, thanks.
So the property that Jonathan.Carbutti was talking about in Bloomfield, I'm the one buying it with my girlfriend.
Congratulations.
Look at you.
Oh, wow.
Look at you.
Thank you. So our budget was actually around $300, but we went with a cheaper property because I do home remodeling personally, so we're gonna add a bunch of stuff to it. I mean, it has one bathroom right now, so we're looking to maybe add another bathroom onto it and expand it even more.
Maybe?
So
Yeah, good idea.
You have one bathroom,
Yeah.
John, and Josh, and you ever want to
Yeah. Stuff cabbage
use the
night, you'll
bathroom,
appreciate it. Yes.
you're going to need to.
Yes. One far
yeah,
away.
exactly. So it just seems like a good idea right now. I mean, even though we put in $36,000 over the asking price, I mean, the housing market's just so crazy right now. It's just we're thinking we can, if anything, break even on it. I mean, we really only plan on living there for a few years, maybe 5 years at the most. So, it just seems like a good idea right now instead of renting what that other guy was saying.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised at how much, what you can afford right now, even though it's crazy.
You did a great job.
Yep.
You did a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations on getting the winning offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
It's tough.
I'm not surprised that there was 10 offers on it. I mean, I went to the open house on Saturday, and there was quite a few people there. So, yeah, it's not surprising.
Can I tell you that was another thing with Carbutti and Company Realtors? They wanted to do so much stuff right away.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want an open house. Everyone in the neighborhood's going to want to just look at the house. And I thought, the nosy people. And he's like, well, we're going to do mailers. We're going to mail in the neighborhood. I'm like, I don't want to. These are things usually you have to pull teeth to get. They were giving it to me as they rolled down the driveway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We didn't need it, but they were ready to do it. Josh, congratulations.
Yeah.
We got to go. Thank you, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Jonathan, this career night next Thursday.
Next Thursday, we are running our next career night in our Brantford office. Thursday, the 24th at 6 p.m. in the evening. Myself, our leadership team is going to be down there. We're going to talk about everything that you need to know about getting into the business and a career in real estate.
Can I
You could
tell
go to
something?
meetcarbutti.com. Yes.
Meetcarbutti.com. Jonathan's twin brother, Peter.
Yes.
If you don't know them, they look exactly alike.
Right. Yep.
I think you should do something where you're wearing one color suit and Peter's wearing another color suit, and then you come out and thank you everyone for coming. All right, hold on, I'm going to be right back. Let me get my laptop. And you walk in, and then Peter comes out in a different color suit, and then you just and Peter starts doing a presentation. And just see if anyone picks up on it.
Right. Wait. Weren't you just wearing?
Chaz, I've been trying to get Peter to wear a suit for the last 4 years. You know,
Ain't happening.
I don't know if it's going to go with the goatee, but you know what?
Yeah.
His style works for him.
That's right.
We are so different too. It's funny.
Yeah.